What up, everybody? Juggalotus with Fagel Lovers. Chilling here on the tour bus with Sozay here in Tucson, Arizona, where it is hotter than fucking 80s. But we're chilling here anyway. Last time you came through Phoenix, Johnny Richter show, was the last time I saw you. You were just coming off a massive illness that put you in the hospital. How you doing, man? Things gotten better?
Oh yeah, things are a lot better, man. That was something that happened. I don't know what happened in Colorado or something. I got real sick on that run, and then it was cool. I actually came back out to Phoenix about 2 months ago with Mafia 6.
Right, I saw that.
Yeah, that was cool. So that was cool, and then now we're back out here now, doing these couple shows. We had a show night before last out in Scottsdale now tonight.
So how's this tour been? I know you guys have been out for a while.
It's been live, bro. Yeah, we've been out for a while. We left February 26th with Mafia 6. We hit like 44 shows with them in like 51 days or something. Then we had like 12 days off back home in LA. Then we just shot back out here. We've been out here for like a month with these guys, like 3.5 weeks or something. But it's been really good. The crowd's been really good, and the guys from Swollen members are really cool. So everything's been really moving around, moving along swimmingly.
That's cool, man. Now, I know a lot of our fans, the Juggalos, have kind of got to know you through, you know, your affiliation with Richter, your affiliation with 666, and now, of course, out here with Swollen members. As I said in my review, to me it came off like a 311 vibe on your show, and I dug it. But that's not really the Juggalo vibe.
Right.
I mean, as far as content. How have they been receiving it? How have you been getting
feedback? That actually, what you heard was a live album that I had the opportunity to record. I do underground hip hop music, and what you'll hear tonight is a new album called Angel Dust, which is what I performed on the road with 3-6 as well. Yeah, I was doing the live thing for a minute just to try it out, and it's too expensive.
Yeah, bringing a band's pretty.
It's too expensive. So yeah, we just went back to the old format. So I got this new hip hop album coming out. The new shit's called Angel Dust. We actually wrote it. I wrote it on the road with Swollen the last time, you know, in between the Richter and the Swollen run, and then the Mafia 6 run. Performed it for the first time on the Mafia 6 run. Got the opportunity to work on 4 more songs and put those on this. So everything that's out right now that I'm performing tonight, that I've been performing, hasn't even been recorded yet.
Okay.
So it's all experimental and shit like that. But yeah, it's a new album called Angel Dust. It's coming out this summer. Around August or July.
August. Alright. Gathering of Juggalos, big event coming up in August. I didn't see your name on the list.
I'm not playing it.
Why not, man?
I don't know. My agent submitted me, Danny Hillman, and I don't know. I guess I
just didn't get picked.
I didn't get picked. Yeah, I'm sure there was hundreds of people that didn't get picked, or maybe there was only one person that didn't get picked.
No, man, I know quite a few people that I've talked with, and man, they get so many submissions.
Yeah.
Have you ever been out to the gathering?
No.
Not at all?
I've never been to the gathering.
Now, I know you put on your influences. I was doing a little background research on that ICP, Twisted. You know, that scene was a part of your influence, at least from what I've read. And then there was other ones as well. But what are your major influences?
Let me acknowledge that real quick.
Okay.
As far as Psychopathic goes, and Strange Music, and Funk Volume, and Suburban Noise, these are all labels that, as a hip-hop artist, I became familiar with around 2006.
Okay.
And on the West Coast, it's not really as prevalent as it is in some areas of the Southwest, the Midwest, you know, stuff like that. So that was the first that I had learned about this stuff. So as far as influences, being
like
Twisted or ICP, they're not influences. They're inspiration as far as like, holy shit, wait, what they do? You understand what I'm saying? Because when I first heard of these guys, I didn't know who they were. It was 2006. And people are like, yeah, bro, you never heard of ICP or Psychopathic? You never heard of Subnoise or Strange Music? Check this whole side of the underground shit out. Because to me, underground was Chino XL, Immortal Technique, Cannabis, before he read off a notebook at a battle. You know, all these different things. You feel what I'm saying? Like, that was underground. So I just didn't know anything about it till about 8 years ago, bro. So as far as, like, inspiration, I don't want to say that in front and come off like I'm some perpetrating shit, because that wasn't it at all. But the way that they've cornered their demographic, and the way that the fans of each one of those labels that I named before, labels that I named the way that they're dedicated, that they show up to the shows. And it's not about trending on Twitter or trending, period. It's about, yo, man, I dig that dude as a person or chick, whatever the fuck, and how they express themselves. And no matter what they do, no matter what they choose to do, how they express themselves, as long as they keep it pretty fucking real to what they've been doing, I'm gonna buy that shit. I'm gonna buy their record, I'm gonna buy their fucking merch, and I'm gonna come to the shows and I'm gonna get down, and that's so important to me. And that's why in 06 I made my move, was like, oh man, fuck all that bullshit, because what I saw was an oversaturation of hip hop, bro. Yeah, it just started getting real bad, and I was like, what's going on here? And when I saw an alternative market, I was like, oh, okay, yeah, real simple shit. So as far as inspirations, though, let's answer that question. I would say my biggest old school is Rakim, and like the dude now that I really like admire, that I'm just like, oh, there's another fucker right here, Rakim. So yeah, man, you know what I mean? Yeah, there's some badass MCs. Now, you know who's dope, dude? Eminem. Oh, but of course, being a white rapper, everyone's gonna be like, oh, of course you said Eminem. Of course you said Eminem. But like, I don't roll around and bump Eminem. I'll hear like a new song, check it out, kind of like listen to like his delivery and his wordplay and his different writing styles that he may have, whatever, and then just fucking freak out, like be sad for a little bit that I'll never be that good, and then I don't listen to it anymore. It causes me to be more insecure than I already am. I don't need that in my life. Man, that fool's pretty badass.
His last album was dope.
He's pretty badass, bro. But yeah, man. I don't know. Again, I don't know if he's like Rakim. Sorry, I'm pretty fucking high right now. That dab work. That dab work. Rakim, dude, is pretty badass. I mean, you could listen to his old shit. He's rhyming multiple syllables. He's metaphors, similes. I mean, and the shit he's saying is very knowledgeable, bro. He knows a lot of shit. He knows his shit, you know.
No, I grew up listening to all West Coast hip hop, man. That was what I grew up with. Going back to, you know, the old school, like Fat Five Freddy. Like, that's where I started, and then into the Run DMCs, and then, you know, I geared more towards the West Coast, so I, you know, hit the Snoops and the Dre's, and, you know, that was my shit.
Man, we all did. I'm from Los Angeles.
You're only a couple of years older than me,
so. Los Angeles, yeah. No, that was the shit. I mean, definitely, those guys are inspirational, but I just mean as lyrical content. Yeah. Ren got down. MC Ren was pretty badass from fucking NWA. Q was alright. I mean, but like,
Q was alright. Come on now.
Content.
Q's still doing his thing.
I'm playing, man.
Talk shit to me.
Put me in a movie.
No, man, Q's still doing his thing. But now, as far as artists that you've worked with or artists that you'd like to work with, who stands out and who would you love to work with at this moment, other than Rakim? We'll say he's already on.
Yeah, no. I honestly, I wouldn't want to work with Rakim, because then again, I'd be all insecure and feeling bad after he burned me on my own shit. Nah, I don't know, man. I would like to work with like some chopper rappers. I mean, I know everyone's like Tech Nine, you know, Tech Nine, Yellow Wolf, and anyone that. There's a lot of people that can switch it up and do both, but you know, someone that's just purely like just killing it like that, because that I admire that. It's very hard for me to do. I can do it, but it's hard, and you know, I think that would be pretty cool, something like that, like a Tech Nine or Yellow Wolf, or I don't know, man. There's so many fucking good MCs. You know what it is, dude? I think it's cool to do songs and shit, but it's like I so much would rather have these motherfuckers hit me up. You know what I mean?
Like, they think go get on it.
Yeah, dude. Because what good does having Yellow Wolf on my record do if no one knows about my record? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It does me all the more better. Like if Yellow Wolf calls me up and is like, "Hey man, I heard you need some help."
Right? I'll put you on my joint, right?
Yeah, man. You're not doing too good, bro.
Man, with as much as you tour, you ain't doing that bad. Tonight's lineup. You know, Swollen members. You're on there. Local heroes cultivate creative sound. I don't know if you know anything about those cats, but Stack Styles, you mentioned Chopper, man. He's definitely a dope chopper here. Oh, dude.
Oh, that's all right.
Yeah, he's phenomenal. Should be a dope lineup tonight. Any special hits you got coming out? Any special guests coming out with you tonight? I mean, this ain't gonna air for a couple of days.
Well, this is what basically, man, what I do every night is I come out and meet my homeboy Buck Balls here.
Literally balls.
Yeah, literally damn near naked and shit. But we go out there, we do our thing, and that's my homeboy. He raps as well. I just don't use the word hype man because he's not a hype man. You know what I mean? Right. He raps, but he's just up there helping me out and shit. my son as well. I have a 19-year-old son. I have 3 kids, but my oldest is 19, and he raps as well.
Okay.
So me, Buck, and my son Johnny, we have a group back home called Three's Company.
Okay.
So we got a song tonight, called Three's Company. It's off the Angel Dust album. So we perform that live. People get a kick out of that because you get to see 2 generations. You know what I mean?
Oh, of course.
I had him when I was really young. You know, I was 16, so I'm 36. He's 20. So it's kind of trips people out. Like, oh, what the fuck? It's pretty crazy, but it's awesome to share that with them. So that's about it. I don't really bring too many people out on my sets. Like I said, I don't know. I don't like to fill my album up with too many guest appearances. That live one did, because I can't fucking sing a lick, and we needed people to sing the choruses and shit, because it was more of a melodic shit. But yeah, no, on this one, man, I just get down, do my verses, and then I sit down with all my choruses. I have a writing partner that I work with, his name's Corey Williams, and we bang out the choruses and shit.
Okay.
Make the song complete. So.
Now you mentioned you've been paying attention to the fan bases of, you know, Subnoise, of Strange, of ICP.
Yes,
the biggest movement right now in the underground, at least from a, let's say, social perspective, is the gang-related tag on ICP's fans. Okay. I don't know if you know about that.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts, man? I mean, we've never seen that before. It's the first time it's ever happened. And it affects our fans, you know?
Yeah, I don't know, bro. I think that shit's silly as fuck, bro. I mean, I don't know. I guess they just didn't have anything else to do. And they're just like, damn, they're in the game. I don't know, bro. I really don't. Like, most of the time when I see, like, Juggalos at the shows, they're like cool dudes like you, bro, that are just, like, kind of down with the movement. It would be like calling Deadheads a gang, bro.
Right.
Right? Like,
or Metallica fans. Or,
yeah, well, I say more like Deadheads because that was some other shit. Juggalos, Subnoise, Strange Music, Funk Volume, all them shits on some different shit, bro. It's like some cult following type
That's
shit.
That's good, though, man.
No, it is. Fuck yeah, it's good. And that's why I compared it to Deadheads and not Metallica, because Metallica's like cool and shit, but Grateful Dead was on some next level shit. I always compare that shit to that. I always say Grateful Dead. Motherfuckers that ICP is all you got, you can tour to your motherfucking 107.
Oh, they will.
Yeah, you can. Sure. You can do that shit forever. That shit is crazy. It'll only get bigger. But yeah, as far as that fucking, I don't get it, man. I really don't. I mean, I understand that there's been some violent things, and then I get it with some of the fucking, I could see how they could fucking like twist that shit into it. Because I'll be there sometimes and I hear people like, you know, East Side, or like Wicked Clowns, or whatever, and I'm like,
I mean, they skew it. And
I don't feel too threatened and shit when I'm at the shows. I just feel like fools are hooting and hollering, having a good ass time, and just kind of letting off some fucking like anger. I don't want to say anger, but like aggression. And I think that's only human, stress relief. Yeah, that's only human. You know what I mean? It's like having an orgasm, like woo woo, get it out, man. You know what I mean? I don't see nothing wrong with it.
And that's the thing. I mean, they twist it and they put out. You know, we have the same symbol. We have a call that we use. Whatever.
Yeah,
that's whack.
Yeah, I'm not with it, bro.
Now, as far as you mentioned the whack rappers on the West Coast underground and being oversaturated.
Yes.
Are you starting to see the same thing in these like genres that you mentioned were so different?
You see it in every genre, bro.
Because I mean,
that's what every genre. And it's not like hip hop has changed for the worse or anything. There's always been people who, like, if motherfuckers who really know hip hop and know hip hop history, then you'll always know that there's always the fools who were dope and fools like. And all the fools that people were like, these fools are whack, and these fools, and there was always something at one time or another, some marketing ploy or whatever you want to call it, that sort of, you know, overshadowed some of what was going on at the time. You know, you had the Fresh Princes and stuff back in the 80s. But Fresh Prince, you know, dude, like, I gotta be honest, dude, the first shit was kind of hard, bro. Like, I mean, for that time period, like 87 to 88, like, you can't really diss on that, dude. You know
he was,
what I mean?
17
yeah,
at the time?
Dude, exactly. Like, come on, man. And hip-hop didn't really have the identity it has now. It wasn't, no one really knew, like, okay, well, do this, and you're cool, do this, and you're not. It was kind of like just kind of figuring out. There were so many weird things. I mean, there were so many songs, like, weird songs, like the Roger Rabbit, and fucking the Smurf, and all these weird fucking songs that, yeah. Humpty was a little after those ones.
Yeah, it was a tad bit after that.
But yeah, dude. I mean, I don't know, man. It's just always been like that. And then in the 90s, the early 90s, you got the Vanilla Ices, the MC Hammers. And then, you know, in the late 90s, everyone was Puffy and
Biggie and all that.
Yeah, well, Biggie was kind of hard. But I'm saying that as far as the oversaturated part, who they were pointing to as far as like these fools are more like kind of gimmicky. So you had the Vanilla Ice, you had the Puffies, and then you know I'm just pointing out like all through these different time periods of hip hop, there's been music that fucking sucked to some people that was good to other people. You know what I mean? It's just, it is what it is, bro. So it's not like everyone likes to glorify their age, their era. Oh, of course. That's why you always hear like, well, when I was your age, like, yeah, motherfucker, I know. And I do the same thing to my kids, and they'll do the same thing. So everyone likes to glorify their era like it was so different and so unique. But it wasn't, dog. You know what I mean? It was cool. It was what it was.
No,
what's happening now? You evolve or you dissolve, right? Shout out to Smokey D's on that one. I borrowed that from you, brother. That's a bourgeoning young comedian from Compton, California.
Nice. Now, the one thing I do know is, you know, as music evolves, you're right, we do have a lot of competition, and ours is better and yours is better. And, you know, it's funny that you mentioned, you know, going on stage and doing it with your kid and
hey, I gotta call you back.
That, you know, you have multiple generations.
Yep.
Now, your son, I've never seen him perform. When he came through with the live band, he wasn't up there.
Nope.
And my son was asking me, he's like, "You perform with him?" And I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "That's pretty cool, man." Yeah. Like, since you're so close in age, I mean, 16 years isn't really that big of a difference.
Not at all, no.
Does your music influence him, or does he have his own style that he's going to bring?
Yeah, his own style, bro. I mean, he's on, like, you know, he's 19. He likes what 19-year-olds like now, you know what I mean? He's into all that fucking kind of, like, slowed up, kind of, like, talking shit and being Mr. Cool guy, you know?
Right.
He's not, you know, I do a lot of, on this shit you'll hear tonight, there's a lot of wordplay and a lot of rhyming multiple syllables, and shit's hard, bro, but, you know, it's not anything that he does at all, and he has his own style, and I mean, he switches his cadence up a lot too. He's better at that than I am. Like I said, it's hard for me sometimes to switch up my cadence, excuse me. It's not like it's difficult, but I don't know what I'm saying exactly, but it's just, he's very good at switching his cadence up, and I admire that about him.
Changing the speed as it goes.
Yeah, he's very good. What you hear tonight's a little slowed down, but you know, we just do it together on the bus and shit. And then of course he's got his good looks, man. That always works for him and shit. Fucking chicks, man. Like, they fucking don't even care that I'm on the stage anymore. Once he comes out for that song, they're just like, wow. Man, we had a girl in Oregon on the Mafia 6 run, just fucking literally in between two of the songs. I'm like, yeah, you know, talking to the crowd and shit. This bitch just fucking beeline straight up. Like, you with the red hat. Pointed to my son, she's like, you're fucking gorgeous.
Nice.
I was like, damn, bitch. Fuck.
Back off.
Yeah.
Alright, so wrapping up now, I usually hit 20 minutes with whoever I'm with.
It's all good. I just thought he was throwing gang signs at me. And
yeah,
shit.
yeah, he does that,
bro,
you know?
what the hell? Whoa.
What's up? You know what I'm saying? That's how we roll. Anyway, it's been us getting to know you, man. I know that our fan base especially is taking notice with the tours you've been on. I took notice with your live set because it was different than anything that I'd seen at a show in this genre, if you will. And that's why I compared it to 311, because I love 311 and it was dope.
Thank you. Know? Yeah, no, I appreciated that, man.
And your comment was like 311, like, and I didn't know if I'd offended you or not. No. So,
no, not at all. I was just like, kind of like, flattered. I don't know. It's kind of a gay word. I couldn't think of any other word to use. No offense to any homosexual.
No, it's understandable.
People out there, I was just saying, I couldn't think of another word to use. That was pretty gay.
Yeah, that's kind of what stood
out. Flattered,
out.
honored. You know what I mean? Yeah, I was just kind of like, damn, 311. You said 311 or Sublime, brother.
Yeah, exactly.
You use those two bands, and I'm just kind of like, man, those motherfuckers, that's cool shit. So yeah, that was cool. But like I said, man, that shit. Two reasons. One of the reasons you brought up was how well was it gonna be received amongst who I was going out with. Like I said, my agent is Danny Hillman, and a lot of the shit he's booking is things that will revolve around this circuit. You know, those labels that I mentioned, because that's where I'm targeting. That's where I want to be. Those are the people I want to perform for. So that's what the targets are. Now, some of them are going to dig reggae, not all of them, and that's why I switched it up and I got the more hardcore shit coming out soon.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. All right, in the last 30 seconds to a minute, you get a chance to shout out to sponsors, any other things you want the Juggalos and our fans to know about you that we may not have covered here. Okay. You know, it's all yours, man.
All right. Well, I'm Sozay. and we got this. I got this new album coming out. It's Angel Dust, and it drops this probably August. Check it out. Hit me up on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I run my shit. I'm 100% independent. All right, independent, real underground hip hop. I run the shit. This is my bus that we're on right now. That's my trailer, my microphone, my banner, my t-shirts, mine. I do it. Indie, independent, underground, the way it's meant to be. And I do it for everybody, man. I really hope you Juggalos dig this shit. You come out to the shows, man.
All right, man. Dude, I really appreciate you taking time to come and sit with me and answer all these questions I've had. Juggalotus, hanging with Sozay. About to go hit this show and check out what he's got to do tonight, since it's exact opposite of what you did before, so I'm looking forward to it. That's it, man. Peace.
Dance with the devil, Sozay, hallelujah. The new guy in town, like the U.S. in Fallujah. I refuse to lose the game, each goal of mine's accomplished, no accomplice to unfold the crime. Fools ain't worth $5 if they came with the roll of dimes. Tuck that chain up front or you leave the go behind. Hold the line, no retreat.